I always said that my best quality was my patience. Unfortunately, these past few weeks have tested something, and it is an uncomfortable truth for me. I am not as patient with myself as I thought I was. I feel like impatience is one of those qualities that you do need to work on. Some people are more patient than others. I get that. Uh, but impatience does creep in a lot, especially when life is uncertain. And I mean, even throughout my 20s, now that I'm closing in on my mid 30s, I feel like impatience has just been the topic of the day for a long time now. Uh, Not being where I wish I was right now, having a lot of goals, projects in mind, and feeling like I should be somewhere more with them, but not really being there yet. And it's just, I know I have to be patient for something to grow and something to take root and for it to become something bigger, what I envision that project to be. And patience, it takes a lot of patience. And impatience is always lingering there in the back of your mind, telling you you need to be here now and you're not. And that's discouraging. It is very discouraging because we live in a society now where everyone wants everything now. And they don't, especially the newer generation, it seems like, they don't realize that they need to wait. And patience is required for a lot of things that you want to do. Not just career wise, we're talking about family wise, mental health, personal, physical health, everything. It requires a lot of patience. And we're very impatient. We live in times where everyone is just impatient and everyone's always on go mode. And so I've realized these couple of past weeks since I left my job, I've realized that not only did I have to slow down, I've also had to learn patience. One example, for instance, Reboot 30, this YouTube channel. I knew from the very start when I started this, it takes time for it to build. It takes time for it to get to where I envision it to be. I see Reboot 30 down the line as a bigger community, being helpful and encouraging one another and talking about a lot of these things that I've talked about on this channel, about how to avoid burnout and be less reactive and show some of that progress and be patient and loving with yourself. And all of that, it takes time. And I know this. I started this channel, I started this project knowing that I need to be patient. I know that. However, it's something that it always lingers in the back of your mind, where, man, I wish this channel was here, or I wish we had this amount of subscribers by now, or anything like that. When I'm thinking about editing or doing these videos, recording, choosing the topics, all of that, I'm always thinking, should I be further along than where I am right now? Because I'm not. And so that's the impatience talking. And I need to remember that. And I know a lot of you watching are probably struggling with certain things like this, maybe not for a YouTube channel, but for anything. It's patience. It requires a lot of patience. And it's hard. It's hard living, especially again, bringing this again, living in a world where everyone expects everything now. And so patience kind of gets pushed to the side and people try to do shortcuts and cheat their way to where they want to be. And I get it. You want to get to your destination, But sometimes it's in order for you to enjoy that journey, you do need to slow down a little bit. And I'm learning this these past couple of weeks. I have had to slow down tremendously, I feel like. And a lot of it is because I'm not just working on YouTube, I'm also working on a side project. And it's I think to myself, I wish I could do better in these things, which, I feel like I have. A month and a half ago when I started this channel, for instance, I had, how many did I have? Six, I believe, six subscribers, all family. Um, and then I remember about a month ago I checked, and I was at 13, I believe. And I remember thinking, Lord, I didn't think I was going to get to 10 subscribers that quick. And now I believe I'm up to 23 at the time of this recording, 23 subscribers. And I'm like, okay, there's some progress. If you've subscribed, thank you so much. I know most of your family and friends.
Hi, Mom.
But it's a lot of time that needs to be, the way I like to see it is you're contributing the time, which requires a lot of patience. So really, a lot of the things I'm learning with taking it one step at a time and having that patience is, growth. Growth isn't something spontaneous. It's not something that happens overnight. It's not. So if I had to split both and do a comparison, impatience is really wanting results and wanting them now. Patience is more of building that foundation, building that rock you're going to start everything from. And that foundation is important because from there, your identity grows. From there, the patience that you currently have starts to compound and become better and better, which is improvement and that's progress. And that's really what we're looking for is being able to have enough patience to get to your destination without rushing it and without leading it to burnout, which I've experienced already. I've talked about that in my previous videos, and it's tough. It's tough when you're impatient, wanting something now and not seeing that progress. It really discourages you and leads to burnout a lot quicker. So patience is something that, it's something that we all have to work on. It is. And right now, if you are struggling with having more patience and with that impatient feeling of I should be somewhere further along than where I am right now, you're not alone. You're not alone. I still have those moments now. Granted, it's coming up to 2 months now that I've been dedicating a lot more time to Reboot 30 and since I left my manager job. But I have learned a lot, especially about having patience. There's some days where, I get inside my head a lot. I can be very negative with myself. Just ask my wife. But all of these lessons that I'm learning, one of them being this topic of having patience, when I really reflect on it, and that's why I said what I said at the beginning of my video, I used to think I was a lot more patient than what I am now. And I'm starting to realize I'm not as patient than I thought I was. And so now I'm having to learn to not just slow down, but to patiently watch and wait for something to grow. For instance, this channel. Watching it grow up to this point, granted, still a really small channel, it's exciting. It really is. And again, I appreciate you for watching and listening to me ramble most of the time. But this is something that not only am I living through it, it's something I feel like a lot of us don't take the time to really think about and slow down and reflect on. So me being able to do this and learn all of this is nice. It's exciting to be able to see how this journey is helping me personally. And so it's, again, it's a work in progress. I'm still learning as I go along. I'm taking it day by day. And this was one of those topics that I thought, it's something that I've had to work on since I've started this whole journey, is having that patience to watch it grow. When you plant a seed, you don't have that enormous tree the next day. It takes time. It's little by little. And so while you patiently wait for something like that to grow, you enjoy the journey. You just stay current, stay in the moment, enjoy the learning curve. It's been a learning curve for me. Enjoy those special moments of reflection, enjoy the moments of meditation, enjoy the time you spend with your family. The journey to get to your destination, I feel like, especially now that I've been thinking a lot about this topic, that journey is the part that you'll enjoy the most. When you get to the destination, you're going to celebrate and you're going to love it, but it's not the end of your story. There's always still another thing, another step that you can take, and more growth from that. We never stop growing. So in order for us to get to our first, second, third goal, we need to have that patience, and we need to learn to enjoy the ride. And I mean, I'm enjoying so much of this process, enjoying doing this channel, these videos, and sharing this with you. And it's exciting. I haven't gotten that many comments, but it's exciting when I see you guys comment. And whenever I see those, I think this is nice. Like this is how you start to build a community. So that to me looks like that growth. And I've had to have patience to see that happen. Thank you so much for being here. If you've made it to this part of the video, I appreciate you so very much. Leave a comment if you have a thought, question, anything. I love to respond to those as soon as I see them. So it's very encouraging for me as well, growing Reboot 30 and all. But thank you so much. I hope you and yours are well. I will see you in the next one.